What's going on, Collider Games fans? I'm Caboose, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys my official review for Red Dead Redemption 2. Ever since Red Dead Redemption was released 8 long years ago, fans have been begging to be brought back to the Wild West, and in those 8 years, Rockstar has been slowly brewing their masterpiece. Was it worth the wait? Oh yes. Yes, indeed it was. Rockstar has really outdone themselves this time. The game is undoubtedly the most massive, detailed open world game I have ever played. Every nook and cranny of this map is filled with something to do. There was never a moment in Red Dead Redemption 2 that I felt bored or that some gameplay was getting repetitive. I was always encountering something unique and something that surprised me. I'm just in complete awe at how much content is packed into this game, and the online mode isn't even available yet. Whether you're riding out in the swamps hunting gators, passing through the old western town of Valentine, or visiting the more modern town of St. Denis, you'll have no shortage of things to do within the open world. You can hunt, kill, rob, and just about anything you can think an outlaw would do, and I know a lot of people are going to say this, but yes, the game makes you feel like a cowboy. But not just that. From the very opening, you are transported to 1899. It's unbelievably immersive. But what really draws you in and keeps you immersed into this world is not just your surroundings, but the characters. While we had to hunt some of them down in the first game, the members of Dutch's gang all work so perfectly. You truly feel the camaraderie between everyone, and they're a loyal family sticking together through thick and thin. It almost enhances the experience of the first game because you'll grow to love each and every one of these characters. Now, like I've said, Red Dead 2 takes place before the first game in 1899. Dutch's gang are on the run after being chased out of Blackwater, which is a location that some of you guys might recognize, and after fleeing across country, the gang is trying to make a new name for themselves, starting over from scratch and doing whatever they can to make some money and contribute to their camp. Now, I won't say much else because this extremely lengthy story is worthy of your time, so avoid spoilers at all costs. The story has many twists and turns that keep you invested throughout the entire campaign. At the lead of the gang is Dutch Vanderlyn and his right-hand man, the character you play as, Arthur Morgan. Arthur is actually a pretty layered character that you won't think much of at first, but as you progress through the game's near 60-hour story, you'll learn so much about him and all he's been through in his life. It's also interesting that, at times, you'll also notice how essentially being raised by Dutch's gang, he's really turned cynical. And while you'll often be given the choice of choosing between the path of good or evil, the certain story moments will show you that deep down, Arthur isn't that good of a person. And that's something that I find extremely intriguing about him. Now, I know I've sang my high praises of the game's level of detail, but I really need to emphasize how far Rockstar went to keep you as hands-on as possible with this game. You need to not only take care of yourself, but also your horse. And it's nothing as simple as just having to eat every once in a while. On top of making sure you and your horse are well fed, you need to bathe, otherwise townsfolk won't want to be around you. You need to form a bond with your horse in order to upgrade its speed, health, and stamina, as well as constantly performing certain tasks in order to upgrade your own statistics. When it's explained, it sounds like this is extremely tedious, but there's something just fun about knowing that staying alive isn't as easy as just not getting shot. Your character's hair and facial hair will also progressively grow, and if you want, you can grow this massive Viking-like beard, or you can head to the barber and style your hair or facial hair to look like a real gentleman. Rockstar finally got to take full advantage of the new generation of consoles with the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 and pushed them to their absolute limits. There have been too many moments for me to count where I just stopped to swing the camera around me and just appreciate how beautiful this game is. It may very well be one of the most impressive games, graphically, that I've ever played. A lot of my appreciation for this game's looks comes from the awesome cinematic camera mode that is implemented here. Holding down the select button or the middle pad on the PlayStation will close in the aspect ratio and make the game feel like an old Western film. For those long trips on your horse, this cinematic mode shows you exactly what this game has to offer from a graphic standpoint. The game also features a phenomenal score as composed by Woody Jackson, who previously composed the score for the first game as well as many other Rockstar games. Enter the cinematic camera mode and hear that peaceful score. It's so relaxing, but the intensity of it during major gunfights really helps keep you on the edge of your seat. This game's score is so good that I even found myself just sitting at the start menu after having booted up the game, listening in for a couple of minutes before I jumped in. And while there is so much that I love about this game, the gameplay and movement can sometimes be truly frustrating. It often feels sluggish and the controller dead zone is just off. Even after fooling around in the menu and changing up some of my settings, while it did help to a degree, certain moments of gameplay just felt awkward for me, and it's especially annoying trying to loot a house and pick up specific items. Too often will your character move too far forward after just slightly pushing your analog stick. And this can be a real bother when you're in an intense gunfight. And the game's inventory system is also very weird. Just about every mission I went into, I only had half my guns with me because they're always automatically stored onto my horse, and I need to manually reselect them when getting off my horse to make sure that I have them with me while I'm walking around. While there is a bit of a fix here by equipping certain weapons at the gunsmith, it's still very inconsistent. And I'm not sure if it was a design choice or just a bug, but either way, I hope there's a fix here because I'm tired of heading into a massive gun battle with only my revolver. Now, while I did list some major complaints here, it's just not enough for me to think any less of this game. There really is no way to say it. Red Dead Redemption 2 isn't just good. It isn't just great. It's one of the greatest games of all time. And as I said on the top of this review, this is Rockstar's masterpiece. Despite some problems I had with the gameplay, I give Red Dead Redemption 2 a 10 out of 10. And that's it. That's my review for RDR2. So now we ask you guys, what did you think of the game? Does it live up to the hype for you? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this review, a positive rating would be appreciated. And you can subscribe to the Collider Games channel for more Red Dead 2 coverage, including the upcoming Red Dead Online. I've been Caboose, and I'll see you later, partner.